the FairytaleaThon, I am going to start with my longest book, which is Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. This is the second book in the Lunar Chronicles. I'm hoping to complete this during the week and then move on to either Snow White's Sorrow or Cruel Beauty, and so I will keep you posted. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Good morning, everybody. Today is day 2 of the FairytaleaThon. I'm sad to say that I have not read since yesterday, but it is nice and rainy today, and that's all I want to do is curl up in bed and read, but unfortunately I have to work. So I look forward to getting home a little bit early today since I stayed late yesterday and hitting my book, which is Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. I'm about 15% in right now, and I'm enjoying it more than I did Cinder, but it's still very early in the story, so I'm going to keep hoping that the story gets better and better, and I will check in with you again tomorrow. Hope you're having a great one. Bye. Hey there, everyone. It's day 3 of the FairytaleaThon. I am still reading Scarlet by Marissa Meyer, which is the second in the Lunar Chronicles series. I'm about 29% in, but I'm finding it really difficult to get immersed in the story. I keep getting distracted, and I'm not quite sure why. I'm having this ominous feeling that it's going to take me all week to finish the book. I hope that's not the case, but we will see. I hope you guys are having a good day, and I will check back with you tomorrow. Bye. Good morning. It is day 4 of the FairytaleaThon. I am about 54% of the way done with Scarlet, which is the second book in the Lunar Chronicles series by Marissa Meyer. I was able to get a copy of the audiobook yesterday from the library, and it is totally saving me. I think I will actually be able to fit in at least one more book. I'm not sure about the third one, but we'll see how it goes. I'm going to continue listening to the audiobook today at work, and hopefully I'll have some better progress for you tomorrow. So I'll check in with you then. Hope you guys are doing great. Bye. Hey there, everyone. It's day 6 of the FairytaleaThon. I finished Scarlet by Marissa Meyer yesterday. It did take me all week to finish, and I'll talk about that a little bit more in my wrap-up. But now I'm on to Cruel Beauty by Rosamund Hodge. I'm really enjoying that one. It's a fairy tale retelling of Beauty and the Beast. It incorporates some Greek mythology into the story, so I'm also enjoying that. And so I will probably not check in with you tomorrow, but I will see you in my wrap-up. Bye. Hi there, everyone. Welcome back. Last week I participated in the FairytaleaThon, which was hosted by Rebecca Reads and MadNovels. The objective of the FairytaleaThon was to read fairy tale retellings all week. So there were 3 challenges, and I will go through the challenges as I go through the books that I finished for the readathon. As you've seen from my vlogs, the first book I chose to read was Scarlet by Marissa Meyer. This is the second book in the Lunar Chronicles series, and it would cover the Read a Famous Retelling Challenge. This book took me almost all week to finish, as you probably heard me say in my vlog. I don't know what it is about this series, but I'm just not into it as much as other people are. I read Cinder in March of this year, and it was just okay. Towards the end of the book, it started getting better, and I became more invested in the story. And so I thought, oh, you know, this isn't so bad. I'm actually kind of enjoying it now. And then I finished the book and didn't pick up the second one. And so I thought for the FairytaleaThon it would be a good opportunity to pick up the second installment. Rebecca Reads was reading Cinder at the same time that I was reading Scarlet, and she kind of felt the same way that I did, I believe. We kind of chatted back and forth on Twitter about it. For those of you who don't know, the second installment continues Cinder's story from the first book, and it also incorporates the Red Riding Hood retelling and introduces Scarlet, who is the Red Riding Hood character, and Wolf. And Scarlet is trying to find her grandmother. And still, this story, even though I enjoyed Scarlet and Wolf's story, I think a bit more than I enjoyed Cinder's story in the first book, it still just was okay. At the 75% mark, it started getting a lot better, and by the end of the book, I'm like, oh, it's okay, I like it, but I can't say that I really like it or it's super enjoyable for me to read. But my nature is to not stop completely reading series or DNFing books. I always have to know what's going on or how it ends, and I think I said that before in my very first video. And so I'm planning on continuing with Cress, but I don't know when I will pick it up. It's not high up on my list of things to read at the moment. With the amount of time that it took me to get through Scarlet and just my difficulties being entertained by it, I ended up giving it a 3-star rating on Goodreads, but it's more like a 2.5. Per Goodreads descriptions on the star ratings, 2 stars means that it was just okay, and that is really what that story was for me. I gave it an extra half star for the last 25% of the book because there were things that I did enjoy about the story. The second book I was planning to read for this readathon was Snow White's Sorrow, which was the first book in the Grimm Diaries series, which is a retelling of Snow White. As I mentioned in my TBR video, in this retelling of Snow White is a vampire. This would satisfy the challenge of reading a retelling that's not so famous. Instead, because Scarlet took me so long to finish, I decided to pick up the prequel novella to Snow White's Sorrow, which is Snow White Blood Red, again by Cameron Jace. This novella was written in the style of a letter from the evil queen to one of the brothers Grimm, explaining why she feels that Snow White is evil and she needed to try to kill her. I ended up giving this novella 4 stars. I thought it was really interesting, and I'm looking forward to diving into Snow White's Sorrow soon. The third book that I decided to pick up was one that I planned on from the beginning, and that would satisfy the challenge of reading a retelling that you really wanted to read, and that was Cruel Beauty by Rosamund Hodge. This is a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, which incorporates some Greek mythology. I really enjoyed this one. It was your typical Beauty and the Beast story. At the beginning of the story, we're introduced to Nyx, who is our Belle character, and it is the day before she is set to marry the Lord of Bargains, Ignifax, who is our Beast. I thought this was a really interesting take on the story. As far as our cast of characters goes, I didn't dislike the Beast as much as I disliked Aunt Telemachy. And for those of you who haven't read the story, Aunt Telemachy is our main character, Nyx's aunt, and you should read the book to find out more about her. But I really enjoyed this one, and I gave it 4 stars. And that completes my wrap up for the FairytaleaThon. Though I didn't read all the books I had planned to read for this readathon, I did read 2 of those books and the prequel novella for one that I did plan on, so I'm pretty happy with that. And after all, reading is supposed to be for fun, right? Until next time, take care and Smi-Le always.